we can no longer do things meant for disabled people only. Disabled people are meant to benefit from everything that is happening around them.
Even I have my disability, I can do many things, and I can even achieve my goals and dreams in life.
There's always something interesting to learn about another person. All you have to do is listen to what they have to say.
We are all the same because we are different.
I think the first thing is you have 400 million people in the world in developing countries who are disabled in one form or another. They're a tremendous asset. They're not a liability to development. They're a tremendous asset, and we should consider them in that way. Secondly, I think if we are redefining our thinking of poverty, that poverty is not just about the income you earn, but whether you're included in society, whether you're part of society, then we have to be concerned about those people who very often are left outside of society.
I think that if you really take seriously the mission of the bank fighting poverty, the bank fighting for inclusion, it is impossible to ignore such a large population. And it's very evident, unfortunately, that people with disability suffer disproportionately from poverty.
The World Bank believes that we can't do it alone, that partnerships are really important. So we have been partnering with members of the UN family, other development institutions, civil society, including disabled people's organizations. Working together, we can achieve results. In South Africa, suicide and depression are growing problems in a country that lacks adequate mental health facilities. A World Bank-sponsored project helps rural communities build sustainable networks by providing training and materials. In Thailand, disabled farmers are learning the skills to start their own home-based mushroom growing business. This program, sponsored by the Food and Agricultural Organization, allows the farmers to become self-sufficient and to provide food for their families and communities. In May 2004, the World Bank Institute launched its first learning program aimed at incorporating the disabilities dimension into development policies and practices. Held in Guatemala, the learning program focused on inclusive urban management.
When you talk to amputees around the world, they'll say, listen, a fake leg doesn't put food on the table. We need equal opportunity for jobs and a way to help our families and communities and contribute as citizens. The World Bank has shown tremendous leadership, and I think have modeled the approach of partnership with civil society and with corporations and people with disabilities.
We have been much more proactive over the last 3 years in bringing staff with disabilities into the World Bank Group. We have created a facility that funds the infrastructure that would be required to make offices and bank buildings accessible to staff with disabilities.
Well, the World Bank specifically gets people from foreign countries, and because they want them to be involved, they want them to help, they want to make sure disabilities are included, disabled people are included in the workforce.
Actually, when I applied to the job here, they called me. I was in Lebanon. I remember that day very, very well. They asked me to list all the assistive technology that I'm expecting to use.
I think having the implant and this other technology has been a huge help for me in maintaining and even sort of moving forward with my work.
In an effort to promote inclusion and access to information, the World Bank has made assistive technologies available in some of our public information centers around the world.
I would therefore like to most sincerely thank the World Bank for giving us this unique opportunity to be part and parcel of the information age. This project is a great boost to our endeavors to move ourselves from the fringes of society to its very core. As we who are disabled often remind society, we do not need pity. We need opportunity. And this center provides just that.
The biggest trend that I can imagine saying that we've had in the United Nations is that it's now something that is publicly discussed, internationally agreed upon in terms of definitions and concepts.
It's my expectation that the disability community will continue to emerge over the next decade with a stronger voice and a stronger capability to become integrated within the community.
Economic and social the progress on the side of the disabled persons, that is a very, very apparent outcome in our region. And now that disabled persons are very much empowered in many countries, and they have their very own organizations, and the voice began to be heard.
We've been working on a global partnership on disability and development to share information, to look at ways that we can be more effective in collaborating together, to give a clearer face to who the population of disabled people are, and to allow the integration of disabled people into poverty reduction.
The issue for us in terms of a lifetime cycle are to ensure that we deal with the questions of employment, the questions of healthcare, the questions of social services, so that we can think in terms of a complete life history, a complete and integrated program. Our purpose at the institution is to try and ensure that all people are addressed in terms of the work that we're doing, because we believe that social inclusion, that equity and social justice are in fact the keys to development and the keys to peace, and that is for everybody.